Hi, this is Jim White with a brief demonstration of running the BLLIP Python parsing shell using Docker so that you don't have to do the configuration installation steps yourself. So Docker is already installed, I assume at this point, as it is here, which we can verify by checking the status. If it wasn't already running, then we could say up, and then that would make sure that it's running. Later we'll see that we need to look at the IP address to enter in to open the terminal. And so we say boot docker IP, and this is the default address, the 192.103. This is almost always what it's going to be, but if for some reason there was some conflict and it used a different address, you would see that here. But so to run our container, we say docker run interactive. We don't need to save our work, so we put in the remove. But if you did want to save your work, then you can go back and reuse a container and take off and carry forward where you left off. So, you would not use that here. We want, in order to have graphics, we need to map the VNC port. Once again, if you just wanted to use the command line, you don't need to enter this. And then the path for the image in the GitHub registry. And the first time you do this, it will probably take a couple minutes. It's over a gigabyte image, but once it's downloaded, it'll be stored in the cache. And as I was saying, you can run the could run from the command line right off. So we could just do you know, things like import like this. And once again, so this is just the command line interface, wouldn't need to be using the port or worry about the address and its IP stuff. But while we're here at the command line, just wanted to show this in action. Pick up another line of code. And path to model, and we can see here we used /temp models here. And it was a Wall Street Journal. Lock that in. Or it could have been in one step. So now we can parse a sentence like that, and it's going. Let's assume you want to see the use the parsing shell so you could see the tree drawings, and so we can see here in our home directory. So there's the shell script that will start the VNC server. It's asking for this password, but which it makes you put in, but we're not actually going to ask for it later. So and it's just locally for the client access, but we're running locally and not have to use it. So it's now running. Has X desktop going, and so now we can use the built-in VNC server on Mac. And the address again was what here? We'll go this way. And the port's 5901. And so it's connect to shared computer, and of course this is sharing with ourselves, this virtual machine, and we say connect, and so here we have our X desktop. Sorry that the type's not bigger. Now you can't copy and paste text between these different windows, so I've included a web browser, Firefox, in this image, and so we can get to that same page. And once again, we can do our little copy and paste. So here's the parsing shell. So we need to just load our model first. So I'll use the model fetcher. Get the Wall Street Journal. And we'll notice here it says model directory. It's in model such WSJ. We'll need to enter that later. Asking for the path to model here. And so we use, so just to do the parse, you know, I saw man, yeah. Or we can, that's kind of the reason for being here. Okay, saw pink tights, and it opens it. And so we can use the maximize box right here to use the full screen. And so if there's if the first stage parser and the re-ranker do not agree on which parse is best, it shows both of them to you. And then it is going to wait until you close this window, won't ask for any more input, so we close the box going on this one. And but if there was just a single tree, you know, I saw elephant pink tights on TV. Oh, this was another example of two trees. But anyhow, if there was, if they agreed on the parser, that would just show the one. And when you're done, all you got to do is just close the window and go back to the command line here, say exit, and that's it, you're done.